Welcome ESL to week 3 in the GTP series, and we are at Watkins, Glen as we getting ready for the 10-minute qualifier. As we wait for cars to hit the track, last week's winner was Bryson Holman, and it looks like the 84 of Doug Britton, he is going to be the first one out on the track here, and it is. Pretty sunny day here at Watkins Glen. The track is at 110 degrees, pretty warm. There is no rain on the forecast. There's T, the Queen, out on the track. Justin Chris. This bus stop is going to be very tricky here, especially once we start this race. It could go very bad in that part of the track. There's Isabella Ramon. So we're still waiting for a few more cars to hit the track. Here's Cordell Walker. This is going to be a very fast-paced race. And Odeon spins out on a bus stop here during qualifying. This is what I was just talking about earlier. You go too wide into that bus stop, bad things are going to happen. Even Tita Queen, she lost a little. Came off the track there as well. She did a great job saving it. And this is only qualifying. Justin Chris in second. On the board. Emiliano first on the board. 56.882 is the time to beat. And Cordell Walker moves up to first. Trevor Lopez in seventh. Jason Brez on top of the board. It is the Fast and the Furious right now. Skylar Stevens, he has been having a good season. He is your points leader. As we got a little over 4 minutes to go. Scott Stover qualifies second. Now Trent Rivera goes on top of the board. Alberga up to 14th on the board. We still have quite a few cars that need to cross the line. Caleb Houston jumps up to second. He is no longer on a team. He was waived by his team. So he is driving by himself. And that's how it is in this league. If you do not do the things that the team owners require, you could easily get cut and you're going to be on your own. And Odeon is the one that took over the seat for Houston. As you saw Odeon, he spun out. As we got a little over 3 minutes left to go. There's Tom Johnson. He's heading on to pit road. As everyone has laid down a lap time. We'll see who else comes out to try to better their time. And here already comes a few cars. As Doug Britton looking to better his time. Currently 23rd. So he has some work to do. He's definitely going to get back across the line in time to do one more lap. This is a new series for the league, so this is, each week teams are just going to learn a little bit of how their car does in certain tracks, and it's only going to get better for next season as, teams try to just figure out the ins and outs of this series. It's something new for everyone. We'll see how everything kind of shakes out after the next, the major progression for next week. Major progressions always have some type of shift with some teams' setups, car setups. We'll see how many cars can get across the line and register another lap time. Can Doug Britton better his time here as he goes around the last two turns? As he crosses the stripe, moves up to 9th on the board. Emiliano moves up to 6th. He is currently 2nd in points, having a solid season so far. 3rd in points is Bryson. 4th, Jason Brez. 5th, Justin Chris. As time is about to expire in about 10 seconds, can Tita Queen cross the line here and get another lap in? 1 second. No, she is not going to get there in time. I don't think it's going to count. We'll see. Justin Chris moves up to 17th. Gains a few positions there. 71 crosses the line. Moves up to 14th. There's Trevor Lopez. There's Romano. Gonna cross this line. He is currently last. He is on a team. He got signed not too long ago, so that car will improve over time. As Stover crosses the line and qualifying session is over. Trent Rivera on the pole. Caleb Houston 2nd. Skylar Stevens 3rd. Scott Stover 4th. Eweezy 5th. Emiliano 6th. Freddie Trammell 7th. Evan Ethel 8th. Trevor Lopez 9th. And Odion Muldoon rounds out your top 10. I'll be back in a few minutes for the start of the race. And we are back, getting ready to get this thing underway here at Watkins Glen, as we are going 60 laps. Trent Rivera on the pole, Caleb Houston in second. We got 2 Porsches and 1 Acura in the top 3. But a great job by Sloth Racing to get on the pole here. We'll see what they could do. Can they pull off a win here? This is going to be the tricky part of the track here. We saw what happened in qualifying. These cars just have so much horsepower and grip that if you go too wide into that butt stop, man, it could get disastrous. You're looking at about 20 to 25 laps on fuel. So there should be 2 pit stops in this race. The track is still at 110 degrees, 12-mile-an-hour winds, with no rain in the forecast for today. There can be rain in this series. We just have not had it yet. As we getting ready to go racing here in Wake 3. The pace car comes off the track, goes onto pit road. Green flag waves. Trent Rivera with a great start to this race. Got Skylar Stevens there in second. This is trying to take second away as they go around turn 2 and 3. Everyone is kind of single file, but this is where it's going to get tricky here. Everyone seems to make it okay. And that is good news. Well, Trent Rivera leads the way, but not by much. Skylar Stevens is very close second. Javier up to 20. And we have a spin out. And that is OJ. No caution. Let's try to see what happened here. Goes to the inside. It looks like he made contact. I think that's Matt Green. Not 100%. And he just spins out of control there. Holds up a few cars, unfortunately. Let's ride on board, OJ. He just makes contact there with Green. But he is still out on the track. Well, he's lost a ton of time. At least he's not in the pits. We'll see if he decides to come in. There's an issue with Jason Brez. Can we see what happened with Brez here? It looks like he just spins out all by himself. He comes in hot, loses it, and spins out on a track. That bust up already has his casualties early on. He came in too hot. Way too hot there. As we go back to your leaders, your top three. Mike Mello is on pit road as well. As he comes out of pit road, he must have made contact with someone. The top three trying to create a little distance here from the fourth place car. Doug Britton up to ninth, picked up a few spots. Skylar Stevens is going to try to pick up second here. They go side by side. He drifted through that bus stop. Almost lost it. But he holds on up to second. He is very aggressive right now. He needs to be careful. He has the points lead. You don't want to give it up. There's Roland Woods in 14th. As we check on your leader, Trent Rivera. He has pulled away from Skylar. Has almost a second lead. Can he continue to build on that lead? Oh, and there goes Skylar. No, that was Caleb Houston, I think. That was Caleb Houston. As he gets back out on a track. Man, he came in so hot. He hits those rumble strips so hard. You can see the car wheel hop right there. Wheel hops, and then he loses control. He just cannot hold on to it. He is back on the track. Lost a ton of positions, and we have another battle here for fourth. Odion moves up. Javier looks like he lost a spot or two there. This race has been action-packed the whole time. There you see Bryson in 10th. There's Evan Ethel in 11th. Roland Woods with the fastest lap in the race, currently 13, up 4 positions. But we have a long way to go. There's Tita Queen in the 16th, up 3 spots. There's Scott Stover. And it looks like we probably had another incident there. And there's Odion again. That's 2 times. And the 41. We're trying to see what happens here. Skylar Stevens. Wheel hops it in there. And the same with the 79. They didn't make contact with no one. And the track is a little warm as well, so it's going to be a little slick. Skylar Stevens down to 21st after being in 2nd. Tough break for Stevens. And Odion. Odion was running in that top 10. Trent Rivera in the lead. 2-second lead at that over Scott Stover. And that is Sloth Racing 1 and 2. We still have 26 cars on the lead lap. There's only 1 car that is a lap down. There's Trevor Lopez in 3rd. And Eweezy in 4th. Sometimes when you hit this bus stop here and you're a little extra aggressive, that's when bad things can happen. Let's do a rundown of your top 15. Trent Rivera, your leader. Scott Stover in 2nd. Trevor Lopez in 3rd. Eweezy in 4th. Emiliano in 5th. Doug Britton in 6th, up 5 spots. Freddie Trammell in 7th. Bryson in 8th. Evan Ethel in 9th. Tom Johnson, 10th. Roland Woods. But we have a battle for the lead. And then Scott Stover, he took the lead, and it looks like Trent Rivera had an issue. And in that same spot, the 037 with an issue. So I go back to the top 15. Roland Woods now in 10th. Isabella Ramon 11th. Cordell Walker in 12th. Tita Queen 13th. Justin Chris 14th. And Matt Green rounds out your top 15. As Bryson picks up a spot. Up 9 spots. There's Tom Johnson in the top 10. As we're getting a little close to the first round of pit stops here. I think a lot of drivers would like some fresh tires, a lot more grip. But that bus stop has created havoc for a few drivers already. And there is Scott Stover. He doesn't want to be a casualty. He has a nice, comfortable lead, almost 4.5 seconds. You don't want to give up the lead on a mistake. He doesn't have to be overly aggressive through that bus stop. He got through there without any issues. There's Trevor Lopez in second, up 7 positions. And E. Weezy in third. We have a battle. This was for 5th. Bryson up 10 spots. Let's enjoy the sights and sounds of Watkins Glen for a few laps. And Scott Stover is on pit road. Coming in a little early. Actually, everyone is coming on pit road. Well, at least the top 10 maybe. As Bryson, he is your leader. Until we cycle through. Bryson almost loses it there, but holds on. He's definitely in need of some tires. Look at him drift around turn 5. Cars are all over the place on pit road here. Trevor Lopez, he comes out of pit road first. Scott Stover's going to lose some positions on pit road. Scott Stover, he lost 6 positions. Well, I think about 3 once we cycle through here. This is going to be tricky too because it's going to take a lap or 2 to warm up these tires. You don't want to lose control in the first or second lap after a pit stop. Might have to baby it a little bit in the first 2 laps just to get some heat into those tires. Scott Stover was your leader. Now he is currently in 4th. Now your leader is Trevor Lopez from Lost City. In 2nd is Emiliano. 3rd is Bryson. Then it's Stover. Then it's Freddie Trammell. Weezy, he lost a few spots as well. Doug Britton. And Isabella Ramon. Roland Woods and Evan Ethel rounds out your top 10. There's Tita Queen and Javier Vasquez. This is for 13th, or was for 13th. Trevor Lopez with a 2-second lead. So since they pitted early, we might be in for a 3-stop race here. Doug Britton up to 6. And here comes Mike Mello. He pitted early on in the race. He must have had an issue, so he's coming in now again. This is a scheduled stop for the 27. Let's right on board to 66 for a lap. Trevor Lopez doing what he has to do here today. So far, as we getting close to the halfway point of this race. As we take a look at the 303 car, that's Stuart Barnett. He is new to the league. He's currently riding in 21st, up 4 spots. And just by looking at these pit stop times, your average pit stop time is about 54 seconds, 53, 54 seconds. But when we look at Stover's time, 1 minute and 3 seconds. So they must have had an issue either changing tires, putting fuel, or maybe just getting into the box, in and out the box correctly. And something just happened to the 037. And we're going to try to see. He is missing the front bumper of that car. And it's that wheel hop. He goes flying into. He took a shot. He took a shot. Loses total control. Let's ride on board Rivera. Man, he took a shot. That car was destroyed. Weezy down to 14th. He must have had an issue. And he did. A lot of wheel hop there in that bus stop. He was able to save it though. Good job. Everyone was kind of cluttered together there. Seems to be okay. Currently in 14th. Sometimes they just go in a little too hot. And when they hit that rumble strip, it's like all 4 tires lift off the ground and then they just totally lose control there. Trent Rivera is on pit road, but that car is completely mangled. No front end on it. Trevor Lopez doing a great job. Almost a 4-second lead. Bryson is in second. Quietly putting together a very good race here. Then it's Emiliano in third as well, having a good race. And Scott Stover as well. If it wasn't for that hiccup he had on pit road, he would probably still be your leader. I just got word Trent Rivera is okay. A little shaken up, but he's going to be okay for week 4. But if you've been around this league long enough, you know eventually it's going to be your turn when something bad happens. Eventually it'll be your turn. The track has cooled down a little, 104 degrees, which is good for these drivers. They wish it cools down a little more. They would prefer a little more grip on this track. Justin Chris currently in the top 10, running in 10th. maybe another 10 or so laps before we see a second round of pit stops. And we're going to have a third round as well, looks like. There's Caleb Houston, currently 17th. As the field is a little spread out now compared to the start of the race, especially after that first round of pit stops. But Trevor Lopez is long gone, 7.5 seconds. Evan Ethel in 8th. Justin Chris in 11th, trying to battle Tom Johnson here as they head into turn 1. He's going to lose a spot down to 12. Weezy's there trying to pick up a few spots that he lost when he spun out earlier. Currently in 13th. You know he has a fast car, so he's trying to pick up a few more spots. And the points leader, he is still in 20th after that mishap. Maybe he has some damage to that car. And Iwizi again. And he was surrounded by a few cars. He tries to go to the inside. What a bad mistake. He got way too aggressive there. He tries to go to the inside of Justin Chris right there. And what a mistake he made. Just cannot go too wide there. You can't attempt that. After he picked up a few spots, he lost them right back. Freddie Trammell in 8th. Evan Ethel in 9th. Just cannot attempt to go too wide into this bus stop. He's just asking for trouble. Almost the same thing happened to Matt Green there. There has not been a dull moment in this race. And Trevor Lopez has lost some time. About maybe half a second. But you see there's a little traffic up ahead, and he probably lost that time because he's dealing with this traffic now. It's going to slow him down. And now Bryson, a casualty of the bus stop. Trevor Lopez gonna have to deal with this slow car up ahead. Looks like Odeon is in the garage, as well as Bryson. So 2 DOG cars in the garage. Tom Johnson looks like he lost a spot or 2 there. Currently in 12th. As we are at the halfway point. And they're going to go too wide here in this bus stop here. And Freddie Trammell got too wide. Now he's going to have to, he didn't spin. He's going to have to wait for these cars to go by. Lost a ton of spots there. Javier and Johnson. This is a battle to get into the top 10. Trevor Lopez gets by that slower car. Now it's Emiliano in second and Scott Stover in third. As they come onto pit road here, they come in a little early. The top three, even the leader comes in. It looks like everyone else is coming in as well. So it's going to be a race out of pit road here. We should have one more stop, and they should be able to make it to the end. A few cars have not come in. Javier is now in the lead. We'll see if Stover has a better stop than the last time. As a few cars are peeling out of their pit stall. Coming out first is Trevor Lopez. And in second is Emiliano in second. And here comes Stover. Javier is your leader. You do get a bonus point for leading a lap. As he comes onto pit road. As well as Nate Ironsides, Freddie Trammell. Lopez comes out of the final turn. He is back to the lead. About a 6-second lead for Lopez. But he has no traffic up ahead. He just needs to hit his marks, not make no mistakes, stay clean. Be careful when he hits that bus stop. This is his race to lose. He did lose a few tenths there. About 4/10 of a second to the 0.56. Let's do the rundown of your top 15 after that round of pit stops. You've got Trevor Lopez, your leader. Emiliano in second. Scott Stover in third. Having a great run. Isabella Ramon fourth. Up 12 positions. Doug Britton in the top 5, currently 5th. T the Queen, 6th. Great run for her. Roland Woods in the 7th. Evan Ethel in 8th. Javier Vasquez in 9th. Justin Chris in 10th. Tom Johnson in 11th. Cordell Walker in 12th. Matt Green in 13th. Caleb Houston in 14th. And Eweezy in 15th. Considering all the stuff that has happened to him today, he's still in the top 15. As we see the 27 of Mike Mello on pit road. And Trevor Lopez has extended his lead to 6 seconds. see when they make another stop here. And they should be okay to make it to the end, but if they're not, things will get interesting with a few laps to go. That's the 056, no traffic. The 43 has no traffic around. This one, these cars are very, very tight, very close quarters. This one, bad things could happen. And Eweezy, this is like his third time today. This is definitely his third time today. And he attempts to do the same thing. He tries to go too wide into the bus stop. Way too aggressive. As we take a look up top, you're going to see him try to sneak in there. It's just a bad mistake. You cannot do that going into the bus stop. That's the second time he's tried that, and the second time it has failed. It's just too wide. Does not work heading into that bus stop. You can't try to attempt to make a pass there going at that rate of speed, because there's a straightaway right before you head into that bus stop. So you have a lot of momentum going into that bus stop. But a heck of a race so far by Trevor Lopez. 6-second lead, up 8 positions, started in 9th. So he did qualify well. He's trying to put Lost City Racing into victory lane. Trevor Lopez is currently 11th in the points. As we go back a little further in the pack, there's Stuart Barrett in 17th, having a decent run for his first race in the league. You know, it is a learning curve once you join this league. Might take you a season or two to kind of figure things out. But if you stick with it and land on a good team, you will have some type of success. This is a battle to get into the top 10. These guys do not want to stay too wide here going into this bus stop. Luckily, nothing happened. It's Justin Chris in 10th. Lots of action here at Watkins Glen. It's been a fun race. And we still got 21 more laps to go. As you can see, this race is by far over. One little mistake will set you back. Trent Rivera is back out on the track and spins right back out. And they actually put that bumper back on that car. They were able to get it back out on the track. He might as well just stayed in the pits. Don't even come back out to the track. Yes, he's waiting for these cars to go by so he can get back out there. Well, his car is broken, so he resets back to the pits. Six-second lead. Javier picks up another spot, moves up to 8th, up 14 positions. Solid run for the number 7, as well as for the number 88, Roland Woods in 7th, up 10 positions. The Tita Queen is your biggest mover, up 13 positions in 6th. Very solid day. And it looks like Bryson is in the garage. Maybe he had another incident. Hasn't been his day at all. There's Cordell Walker up to 11th. He got his sights set on a 499. This is for 10th. He was going to attempt something there. Almost made contact with Johnson. He got a little too overly aggressive there. Instead of trying to get into the top 10, now he's back to 12. Now Iweezy is on pit road. Is this a scheduled stop or is something wrong with the 299? He's just had so many issues today. Now Lopez is going to have to deal with Luigi there. Skylar Stevens. Looks like he had an issue. And he did. And he just could not get back out. This is the first day. The first time today. And Lopez gets by Luigi without a problem. Iweezy is still on pit road, so this is not a scheduled stop. He definitely has some type of problem, and Low Fuel has not been having a great day. 2 of their cars have been having all types of issues. This is a battle for 8th. This is Evan Ethel and Javier. Doug Britton up to 4th. Oh, and we have an issue here with Scott Stover having such a great day. There he goes. That looks like Jason Perez as well, as they're trying to get it together there. Trevor Lopez still doing his thing, but his lead has shrunk to 4.5 seconds. As we got 16 laps to go and another round of pit stops here. Emiliano is in 2nd by 4 seconds, and then it's Isabella Ramon 14 seconds back from the leader. Can that 056 continue to gain some ground? Because he has cut into that lead, that is for sure. And he might be able to pick up a little more during the pit stop here. We're going to have one more pit stop. They could actually make it to the end right now if they come in. EBC's still on pit road. Trevor Lopez just needs to put together one great pit stop, and this race is his. He's had a very clean day today. Here he comes onto pit road. He'll be able to make it to the end. Pretty sure he'll make it to the end. And here comes the 056 as well. Can he gain any ground on Lopez here on this pit stop? The pit crew needs to try to give him a chance. Almost everyone's coming in. Javier stays out for one more lap. And here comes Trevor Lopez. He comes out of pit road first. And Emiliano is still on pit road. He maybe lost some time here. We're going to see. We still have more cars coming out of pit road here. There's Tita Queen. Looks like she's going to get a spot over Doug Britton. Here comes Evan Ethel, Matt Green, Cordell Walker, Justin Chris. We'll see how everything looks once we cycle through. As Javier comes in, and I think there's a few more cars. Freddie Tramo needs to come in. And it looks like everyone is on pit road. Now Trevor Lopez is going to have to deal with a little bit of traffic here. He's got the rookie Stuart Barnett in front of him that he's going to have to deal with here. He's going to go to the outside. And he's able to make the pass without any major issues. Now that we've cycled through, let's run down. Let's do a rundown of your top 15 for the last time. Trevor Lopez, your leader. Emiliano in second, down 7 seconds. Isabella Ramon in third. Doug Britton, fourth. Tina Queen, fifth. Roland Woods in sixth. Evan Ethel, seventh. Javier Vasquez, eighth. Cordell Walker, ninth. Matt Green in 10th. Justin Chris in 11th. Tom Johnson in 5th. Caleb Houston in 13th. Nate Ironsides, 14th. And Freddie Trammell rounds out your top 15. So as we look at the pit stop times, there's a few drivers that only had a 47-second pit stop. Some drivers had 54 seconds. Isabella Ramon had 47-second. So maybe they just put fuel, no tires, maybe just left side, maybe just right side, or just had a better stop. We're about to find out if they have enough fuel to make it to the end. We saw what happened in the 1987 NASCAR series. There was one or two drivers that just did not top off, and they didn't have enough to make it to the end. They miscalculated, the crew chief miscalculated, and they ran out of fuel. There is Emiliano there in second. Has gained some ground. Under 6 seconds. But does he have enough laps to continue to close the gap? Or will Trevor Lopez make a mistake? He's going to have to deal with OJ here. So he might lose a little more time here. He cannot waste no time. He's going to have to get by these cars quick. Even though he has a good-sized lead. But look at how much traffic is in front of him. And he needs to be careful to not make a mistake when he's making these passes. He's gonna go to the inside to make this pass. Easily gets by. Now he's gonna have to deal with Christian. There's Matt Green in 12. Things have calmed down in the bus stop, but the track has cooled off quite a bit, down to 102. It makes for a lot more grip. The track is less slick. Now Lopez has to get by that 55. And OJ's all over him in the back. He's going to go to that outside. He makes the pass on the 55. No issues. Odell Walker in 10th. So Lopez has 2 cars separating between him and the 056. The 056 is down by 6.5 seconds here. And Lopez has 2 cars ahead of him that he's probably going to have to deal with before this race is over. And the other question is, did he put enough fuel to make it to the end? So things are going to get interesting here if he didn't have enough fuel. But he has a comfortable lead. Trevor Lopez, 34 points back from the points to be the points leader. This is going to help him a lot today if he can hold on to this lead. Emiliano's going to have to deal with these two cars. He's going to have to try to make quick work of those two cars ahead of him. It's not going to be easy at all. This is a battle for 12. And they continue side by side heading into that bus stop. And they do okay getting through there. About 7 seconds back from Lopez. I think that was Trent Rivera again. No, that wasn't. I don't know who that was, but there was a car there that looked like spun out, but not sure. Can the 056 make something happen here? Try to get by these cars as fast as possible. We only have 3 laps to go. Trent Rivera on pit road. He almost lost it there in that bus stop. That was close. That could have been disastrous. You do not want to spin out at this point of the race. As Trevor Lopez is dealing with a little bit of traffic as we have 2 laps to go. He has 2 cars ahead of him. If he can clear these 2 cars, it's smooth sailing. He got a 7-second lead. And he gets to the bus stop without any issues. He's honestly been very smooth through that bus stop all day long. Now they're side by side in front of him. He's going to get by another car here. 37. Now Nate Ironsides is ahead of him. That is his teammate. As the white flag waves last lap here at the Glen. As the 15 of Bryson is on pit road. Probably not enough fuel. There is Emiliano in second, holding on to that second. One more time through this dangerous bus stop here. No issues. That 66 has been on point at this part of the track. Only a few more turns. So now it's turn 6 and turn 7. The checkered flag waves. Trevor Lopez wins at Watkins Glen in week 3. And gives Lost City Racing their first win of the season. In second, the 056 of Emiliano. Third, Isabella Ramon. Fourth, Doug Britton. Fifth, T. the Queen. Great run for her. Sixth, Roland Woods. Seventh, Evan Ethel. Eighth, Javier Vasquez. Ninth, Justin Chris. And rounding out your top 10 is Tom Johnson. Heck of a run by the 66 of Lopez. Won that race by a little over 6 seconds. We'll see if this is more to come for that 66 team. But like I mentioned earlier, this is our first big progression window. And there's always some type of shift after that, after a big progression. You know, it's all about where you put your points, what tracks you have ahead of you on the schedule. And you also need a little bit of luck. If you can get all those things to work together, you're going to do pretty well the rest of the way. For week 4, we go to... Week 4 is Worldwide Tech on Oval. And then we go to the Daytona Road Course. That should be very fun. And then Phoenix and Nashville after that. 2 ovals in back-to-back weeks. There's still plenty of racing to go. Just a reminder, bye week next week. No progression next week. And then we'll resume racing after the next week. And tomorrow we have Supercars and IndyCar on the schedule. But like always, thank you for supporting the stream and the league. I will see you guys next week. Next time.